Because I was, man. I was really trying to step out. I'm going to intro it here in a second. For people that don't know what we're talking about, I went and saw Halloween last night, and I don't do scary movies. And so I went and saw it, and then I walked out after probably about, what is it, like 30 minutes into the movie? I don't even know how long it was in the movie. I walked out, though. I left.
For like 20, yeah.
Because it was too gory for me. I got a weak stomach when it comes to blood, so I don't really do that shit. But let me hold on. Let me intro the podcast, and then we'll continue about how horrible my Saturday was.
Okay.
So we'll figure this shit out later. Podcast episode 15. Is it 15? Where's Ashley at? She always let me know. 15, 16. I don't know. Whatever. We back to rock. We back to rock like crack when it came in. If y'all don't catch that analogy, it's probably isn't for you. But fuck what y'all talking about. Anyway, I'm here. Neek's here. We here. Back to what I'm saying. My whole trip to the city was an immaculate failure. So Saturday night, I decided I'm gonna go up to the city, and take myself out a little bit, enjoy a little night by myself, So I get up to the city, and I go to Papadino's, which is over there north of OU Medical, but south of the Capitol, like over off Lincoln, kinda. Papadino's, phenomenal pizza, by the way. I just don't think I don't know what happened. Maybe I ate something bad earlier that day. Had Papadino's. Phenomenal. I get down to Moore. I said, man, let me run by Old Navy real quick. I need some new jeans, right? So I go in there. I went down a size on jeans. It's lit. I was excited. I felt good about myself. Didn't need a belt or nothing. Lovely. I'm making some chinos. Well, the color of the chinos I wanted, they didn't have in my size. And the style that I wanted, which is like a tape, like a slim straight, it's straight to the thighs, because I got big boy thighs, but then it tapers down a little bit. They ain't have it in nothing but like the boot cut ones. And I was like, who's wearing boot cut chinos? First and foremost.
Somebody for them keep them in style.
They need to be shot. So I was like, damn. So I go over to Kohl's. I see these Adidas gray sweats. It's horse season out for males. Don't look. There ain't much to see. So I'm about to go get up to the front, right, to check out and leave. You'd have thought Bruce Lee was inside me, kicking the way my fucking stomach was hurting. And I was like, damn, dog, like, fuck. And I was like, you know what? Now, it's gonna, just bear with me, all right? I said, the Warren, there ain't no movies out in IMAX right now, I don't think. And so if I can just make it to the Warren, they got the bathrooms on the north end that are mad clean. So I don't go to the bathroom in public. Like, I'll go pee in public, but I don't do that in public. I'm weird. I broke my own code. I was like, I'll just go to the Warren, because some bathrooms is always clean. They're super nice. I've had to unfortunately do that in those bathrooms before. Different story. They didn't have toilet paper. It was a long night. Anyways, so I'm thinking I can make it. I took like 3 feet, and I was like, we not leaving Kohl's. So I go in the back, a little lady at the window. I'm like, she's like, how are you? And I was like, terrible. Can you hold my clothes for me? And she was like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, no. I'll go in the bathroom. I thought someone had a shotgun because it shot. I was like, dang, who pulled the trigger? It was just my ass. It literally started and ended as quickly as I was.
You really had me thinking they got a fucking active shooter in this bitch.
Listen, if he'd have came in that bathroom, I'm like, no, just pull the trigger, bro. Like, you caught me in a compromised position because this is how weird I am. Normally, when I do that, like at home or like the hotel or wherever I'm at, I get butt ass. I don't know why. I don't know when this started. You know what it was? I actually think it started. We'll get back to what happened. I think it was catching old boy in my bathroom drunk naked so many times. I finally was like, maybe there's a system here. Like maybe there's something I'm not understanding. So let me try it and see. And it was very freeing. And so that's why I started. That's how I started to do it. So that's why I don't. Other than just bathrooms being nasty, it's weird to get butt ass in a bathroom, like in public, right? So I'm in the stall and I got a long sleeve flannel, like not a flannel, but like what do they call them? Long john, what they call them? It's that style of shirt, but it's a long sleeve white one. My concern is, what if it gets on the shirt, right? It's white. So I pull my arms out of it and I got it just draped around my neck. So if there was an active shooter in there, he'd have called me real compromised. He'd be like, why are you almost naked? Listen, sir, I'm weird. I get done with that. I go get my stuff. Cool. I go to the Warren. It's awesome. I go in. I'm like, dang, look at that long ass line at the concession stand. I'll go to the other side. I'm standing in line just. The lady finally comes up and she was like, "You need something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd like, some popcorn and a drink." She was like, "Well, this side's closed." I said, I'm retarded, B. So I walk around to the other side. I get in line, cool. I get to the thing, and I was like, "Yo, I need a large popcorn and a large drink." And she's like, "What do you want to drink?" And I said, "I need the Tropicana fruit punch." "We don't have any fruit punch." "Ain't this a bitch?" I said, "All right, give me some of that lemonade. The lemonade's terrible. Don't get lemonade when you go there."
Okay. Is it like pre-made lemonade?
It's that I don't even know how to pronounce the words. Dole. It's Dole. I don't know if it's like okay. It's
I call it
Dole. I don't know if it's like Spanish is that delay, whatever. So I walk my ass up the stairs because I'm in the auditorium, 21 and over. So I walk my ass. That's the thing that made me mad. That's almost why I didn't almost walk out, is because I spent like $22 on this ticket. I should have stayed. I walk up there, cool. I sit in there, and the row behind me, there's some high school kids, or they can't be in high school because they're up there, so they're over 21, but they acting like high school kids. They look like high school kids. Maybe they got fake IDs. I don't know. I never had one. Never had to have one. They up throughout the preview, so I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. They'll be in the previews, right? Cool. There's some white lady down at the end of the aisle behind me got pissed and told them to shut the fuck up. And they said, "You shut up." And she goes, "I'll kill one of you motherfuckers. Shut up." People come in there. They shut it down. It's all good. We talked about, I didn't want to spoil, the movie because it just came out, but that happens. My stomach felt weird. I left. I got home. I was back at home by 11.
$22, B.
I guess on the last podcast, I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone. And I know I don't like scary movies. And then this was just like, yeah, they had some movie in the previews that some lady, it almost looked like The Exorcist. She works in a church and she's dealing with demons. And I said, I'm not going to see that, even though it looks kind of good. Definitely not going to see that because I'll walk out of that motherfucker too.
Terrible.
Listen.
Did you get a name so I know?
Of the movie?
Yeah.
Shit. Hold up. Let me see. Oh, the only good thing that came out of me going to Kohl's, other than getting these sweatpants, is I found, and I get why women wore Uggs for so long. Ugg has a quilt. Anyways, Ugg has a quilt. That's the softest quilt I've ever.
It's the same material that we have inside the boots. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I just need to come up there and we'll go to the Kohl's over there in Midwest City. You just got to feel it.
Wear Uggs though.
It's not a fur, but I don't know how to describe it. It feels like quilt material, but it's.
What do they call it? Sherpa.
It's the one that I have or I'm going to get. Kookaburra by Ugg. Arely, Arely quilt set with shams. Don't really need the shams at all, but whatever. I almost walked out of there with that one that was on there. That was on the little fake bed they have in there. I had a little girl come over there and I was like, can you help me find this here? And she was like, yeah, we don't have this in the store. And I was like, first off, then why do you even have this up here? First and foremost, you don't have it in the store. Second off, if you see me running with it, can you just not try to tackle me? Like I'm in an altered state because my stomach was still hurting. Can I just get this and go? And she was like, yeah, I'm just not going to answer that. And I was like, okay, well, that's you letting me know that I can't do that. Whatever. Phenomenal. I forgot where we were headed from here. I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't know, the Uggs. The material, so you can get some. You don't really need the shams.
I don't know. It's great. Oh, we were looking for the movie.
You're gonna get that.
We were looking for the movie. Damn, I'm old as a motherfucker. I had it open on my Google Chrome. New X. I don't know that it's the Exorcist movie, but it looks like the Exorcist movie. What's
doing all these like reboots? Probably so. It could be the Exorcist.
Lady works at church building demons movie 2022. Let's see. I spelled works wrong. Maybe it's angels and demons. No. Maybe upcoming horror movies. Oh, the new Scream movie's coming out too. That looks alright. I'm not gonna go watch it, but it looks alright. If you'll go with me to watch all of them, I'll go. But I'm probably gonna like break your wrist.
I was about to say, you can't do that, and you can't take Benadryl.
I gotta put. That was a decade ago. We're bringing that up.
I'm just saying.
I don't even remember doing that. I don't even remember if that even really happened.
I remember that.
What movie was that I allegedly did what you're accusing me of?
I don't know, honestly. I can't remember. I just remember you were very vocal that day about how you took Benadryl.
I feel like y'all should have believed me. I mean, I ain't lie about it.
No, you was getting real sleepy in there, but I'm just saying. The fact that you even did it before, like you knew, I'm not gonna watch this movie. I'm taking Benadryl.
Man, I don't.
Was it a scary movie? I think it was.
Yeah, it was. It was. You know what it was? It's a movie with two white people, and they go in there and they fight like demon. The Conjuring. It's a Conjuring movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which one, but I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this. But I got conned into going, and I was like, well, I got a way out of this one.
Get conned into going. Didn't you drive?
It was a majority. It was a majority rules, and I lost.
Anyways,
I'll find it. Fuck, I don't know. It looked super good though, and then I realized that I don't really fuck with demons like that, and so no.
okay.
So just real quick, shout out to the Chicago Sky for winning the WNBA championship. I think it was a 5-game series. Beat the fuck out of whoever they were playing. I was in Chicago the night that they won. That was really exciting to see. I was really happy to see that. So shout out to them. Shout out to their head coach. Shout out to, I think Never mind, because I know it's not K Michelle, so I need to not say that because that's not there's a famous black celebrity woman that owns a part of the team, and that was really exciting too. But I don't remember who it was, and I know it wasn't K Michelle, and that's embarrassing.
So was it like lit up in Chicago that day?
No, I was out
or that night.
It was a Saturday night, and I was like out by O'Hare, which is a cool 30 minutes from downtown. So I don't know what was going on downtown. I just remember getting the notification while I was at dinner, and I was just really happy to see that. I think that's good for the city, considering all their other sports teams are. Yeah.
It's Michelle. From
Thank you. Also, congratulations to the Houston Astros. Not really, because they wiped out my Red Sox. So you guys are probably cheating again. Whatever.
All right.
Whatever I can achieve, whatever cop, please, I got a cop to get out of that. I'm doing it. I didn't find them. My sister did. Funeral potatoes. Shout out to Ashley. But I was telling my sister about it on the way to Chicago, and she tags me in a post last Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night that I was. Whatever night I hit you, she was like, "Is this what you were talking about?" And I was like, "What is she talking about?" So I go on there and look at the post, and it's fucking funeral potatoes. And I said, I'll be damned. So I screenshot the same screenshot I sent you. I hit Ashley in the DMs, and I was like, "Hey, can I ask you a question real quick?" And she said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I said, "Are these the funeral potatoes?" I want to read you the conversation. You can ask her about it when she gets home. I said, "Are these the coveted funeral potatoes you speak of?" Yes, it is. 3 laughing emojis. I said, "That shit looks like macaroni and cheese with some cornflakes baked on top, Ashley." Because that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like cornflakes and some old milk. She said, "Listen, all I'm saying is that I'd been up since 6 a.m. and we didn't eat until like 3 p.m. And that was the only shit that looked edible at the time, and it was delicious. So it could have been the fact that I was hungry and anything would have tasted good at that point." I said, "I hate that for you. Like if you want that again, I have some frosted flakes in the cabinet you can have. Just put them in the oven over some mayonnaise or whatever the fuck y'all do."
You're fucking terrible. But you can't fault her if that was the only thing she ate that day.
I can't. It looked nuts though. Did it not look nuts?
Because either, like I said, it could either be she fucking eat, or she be the next one having her funeral. I don't know. You tell me.
I feel like not eating for a few hours don't mean you're gonna die. And you know what?
You never know. You never know. She could have had a few days without her eating. You never know.
I'd have rather died.
I'm just saying. She was picking her battles that day. Okay. She was
and I respect
make it about her. She was trying to be there for the ones of the lost.
I respect Ashley. And that's why I didn't criticize her too heavily in them DMs. But that looks crazy.
Yeah, they do look fucking crazy.
As long as you're with me, we good. As long as you're with me, we good. Oh my God.
I think it just upsets me too that they're called funeral potatoes. Like,
but hold on. I don't mean to keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry. I did a poll on Facebook and Instagram was asking, like, have y'all heard of this term? Like, is it just me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got 87 views. Only 21 voted. If you are watching this and you viewed it and you didn't vote, fuck you. But I got 21 votes. 12 people said yes. 9 said no.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one black person that said yes. His mom's white though, so, and I'm sure he'll watch this. TJ, can you please DM me about these funeral potatoes? I need to know what you know about funeral potatoes. Them shits look nuts. And then everybody else was white, and then a lot of people said no. I still don't. I just need. I want. You know what? Next time I see like a bunch of cars at the church, I'm just gonna pull in and act like I knew whoever it was, and then they're like, "So y'all have dinner after this?" I'm like, "Yeah." So with them funeral
What
potatoes.
church we pulling at? We're doing at a black church. We going to a white church. What we doing? Okay. Cause you know damn well there ain't about to be no one on East Side.
Listen. I'm going to one right off Grand.
That one. I've been in at least the two on my street, and then the one that's on First Street, up the hill, for a funeral.
I ain't like it, B. I don't like the way it looked. I'd rather bite these spider mark scabs than bite that.
That's the frosted flake right there.
That is, you can't see. You probably see a little red mark on my wrist.
Kinda, yeah.
That's 3 in 90 days. If I'm destined to be Spider-Man, baby, just tell me.
You gotta get the right one first.
They keep on biting me. I don't know.
You gotta get the one.
I don't know
These are some
why.
regular spiders biting you right now.
The one in either, I feel like it was the one in St. Louis because that joint my sister had us in was. We were just there for the night, and also we need to go to St. Louis. I want to go find this Airbnb again, and then I want you to drive to the Walmart that I drove to at night, and I want you to experience what I experienced. I thought I was in Maze Runner. I thought I was in fucking Maze Runner. The way I was going through neighborhoods with there's no street lights.
Why? You just ride into
and they got speed bumps randomly placed in the street. So it ain't even like you can get it cooking down the streets. Like you gotta just 6-way streets, take this roundabout. Here's 16th Street. Here's the road, but then 16th, the other part of 16th, isn't directly across. It's like up and over. So you got to come into. They had me. St. Louis, get y'all's street system in order. It shouldn't have took me 20 minutes to get a mile away to go to Walmart. I had my homegirl and said, "This is your city? Do you love this city so much?" She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, they need to start over.
Hey, what she used to?
She lived here.
I'm just saying. Well, I don't know. Was she grew up there, born there? Like, what was it?
No.
She just liked St. Louis?
It's like how you know how Houston is for you and Chicago is for me. That's
Oh shit, I don't know.
And then she said, "Oh, it's normally pretty easy to navigate. Where you be at? She be staying downtown and the hotels downtown. Yeah, it's normal downtown. I'm out in the neighborhoods, and this is some bullshit."
Yeah, I would say even like where we stayed at the Airbnb in Houston, it wasn't even. It was giving flavor, like mixed races, but it wasn't even raggedy down there.
Not like, you know what it was?
We had lights.
Listen, it may flood like a motherfucker in Houston, but we had lights.
That's the one.
I had trees and speed bumps. And it had been kind of like misting. And so it was kind of like it was just a really bad combination.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
So daytime only, what you saying?
Man, listen. I ain't ever this is my second time staying overnight in St. Louis. The very first time I was literally like 100, 200 yards from the Arc. That's not true. Like a quarter mile from the Arc. Like we stayed literally, there was the Airbnb we're in, a street, and then the park for the Arc. Mm-hmm. And we was downtown. We didn't really get anywhere in the neighborhoods except for when we went to the Budweiser tour. And that's only like a mile from downtown. I rode a scooter from there back to the Airbnb. It wasn't nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not. I'll give St. Louis another try. but I'm staying in a hotel downtown.
So far, 2-0. You ain't with it.
No, I'm not with it. It's a nonsense. I was just so confused at why it was so difficult to get to Walmart. Like, all I wanted was some Rain-X.
You keep that in your trunk now.
It's in the. We went in my car. We used my mom's car because it was a family.
Yeah.
There was a rough trip going up there. My mom on her brand new car, she got her windshield cracked in St. Louis. Like, so I hit a rock.
Bro, I don't know if it'd be me, but I know I get mad when a rock hit my windshield, especially if it's coming off a semi or a big truck in front of me. I get heated. Like, I know you didn't. Like, I know they didn't do it intentionally.
But they did.
For me to feel better, I'm like, I know you didn't just do that. Like,
my mom
pissing me off.
My mom, my mom black.
Mm-hmm.
She was red.
Like, it's just, I don't know. That shit irks me.
Arizona, your name could be right here. Nah, I heard it. And I just tried to act like I did. And my mom was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, yeah, she's mad. She don't really cuss like that. Oh, she was pissed, boy. She was a mad motherfucker. I said, what can you do?
I'm get it fixed, but shit. It just thought of like, you shouldn't have to do that. You just got that thing.
It was, we had fun. It was a fun trip. We're going to speak about Houston when we get off the phone. Off the phone. When we quit recording, we're going to speak about Houston. I have a few questions.
Okay.
About that. And Thanksgiving. And New Year's. And I got a question about all the holidays.
Okay.
Can I come to Christmas? All right, let's start the real actual topic. This will make it fun.
All right, you got something. What you got blued out, bro?
Oh no, that was just my intro. I didn't want you to know about it because I want to see your reaction. Where I was like, we gonna rock like crack when it came in.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want you to see it, and you knew what I was gonna say. Have you ever fought in front of your significant other, or like seen your significant other fight?
No. You mean like fighting somebody else?
Like fisticuffs.
You don't even know that. I would have called you probably right afterwards. Like, no, I don't get ignorant like that in public. You know better than that.
Has it ever happened? Like, I've seen you like get ready to scrap with a nigga once. Some girl, you came ready. I was like, what? That's what y'all doing after school today? And he was like, yeah, we're gonna beat her ass. And I said, peace, God. What that?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I've seen. It's two chicks I've dated. One of them was on video, and then the second time they fought each other. So, yeah.
Shit wild over there.
The women in my life get more buck than I do because they ain't none of them never seen me. I don't, I'm pretty easygoing dude. Like I don't really need to. But yeah, but where that stemmed from is, I don't know how I would feel if like a scuffle broke out between me and a dude, and like say it's a couple of them, and my girl tried to jump in or something like that. Matter of fact, I seen one of them piece up two different people, but and then like they sleep my girl.
Trying to help you.
I don't know, because then everybody got to die. Like that's a different level. Like y'all all got to get murdered, every single one of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there and I was like, okay. So when my two exes fought, like I was dating one of them, and then it happened quickly, and I quickly broke it up because I didn't think it was going to go over well for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully. And then the other one pieced up Piercy because he threw her phone and she just Tysoned him. She was licking him up, and I finally was like, hey, it's enough. You want me to tell you this?
Why did this man throw his phone, though?
He was drunk.
I need a story on that one.
All right,
yeah.
Story time. Let's go. I got like 4 or 5 topics. That's it. So we have some time to fill in. So what happened was Tristan, I was at somebody else's house, and we was on the phone with Tristan, and he was drunk. He was sauced on the phone. Mm-hmm. And he said, damn, I can't get no invite. And I was like, you are clearly inebriated. Mm-hmm. You probably shouldn't be driving. I said, but another night, we'll kick it. He said, where y'all at? I said, I'm over at B's house. 20 minutes later, I look at him and I'm like, you expecting somebody? Like, and he was like, I was like, all right, well, I'm closest to the door. I'll go check the door. And the door, glass on the sides. So I lean out the glass. It's this nigga Piercy. I said, I don't even know how he got here. He looked drunk. Mm-hmm. So I opened the door and alcohol caught me. I said, God damn. I said, ooh. He smelled like liquor. Mm-hmm. He got a McDonald's large cup, the plastic joints. Now the styrofoam, the plastic joint. And he was like, so what y'all doing? And I was like, why are you here? He was like, come on, dog. I feel fine. He walked by, and that drink had to be like 75% alcohol. It was strong. Yeah. So we kick into their crib, whatever. They had got new phones, and they would just moved in their new house. And so they were like, we need some internet. And I was like, well, y'all can come to the crib. The old lady at the house, your old lady and my old lady can really kick it, even though I don't. Anyways. And then we can kick it, try and keep, Piercy from, getting drunk in public. So we get outside, and I'm like, yo, because they came and got me. And so I was like, Piercy, let me drive you to my crib. I was like, but the thing is, you need to dump that drink because I ain't going to jail because you got an open container. He said, dump it, downs it. I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Cut to probably about 4 or 5 hours later. I've been trying to get Tristan to go home for several hours, and he won't go home or he won't get in the truck. So he's sitting on the ground. This is when we lived in the house. He's sitting on the ground up against the back wheel on the right side. So the old lady come over there and she's like, Tristan, I got your mom's on the phone. Like, she want to talk to you. Cool. So she hands him her cell phone, and a disagreement happened on the phone. He grabs the phone and throws it. I don't know that it had hit the ground before he felt fist on his face. I legit thought she was Mike Tyson. I ain't seen combos like this in a long time. I thought Canelo Alvarez was sitting in front of me with her white ass. She was piecing this nigga up. And I sat there for a second and I was like, dang, this is crazy. But I mean, he did throw the phone. She had to get like at least 16 clean licks on him before I finally came in and kind of like wrapped around her waist. And I was like, hey, all right, that's enough. All right. He see the phone looking like. Phone was fine. I said, why don't you go inside and like, let me do this. Mm-hmm. I promise you he thought there was an octopus. He was drunk. I promise you he thought he was getting jumped. She lit his ass up like a Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. I thought it looked like someone was throwing pop rocks. She was lighting up. Pow, 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 pow. He eventually went home. Yeah. And it was a long time before we spoke. It was a long time. So if they watch it, then
I
shout out to
shouldn't
y'all.
laugh. I shouldn't laugh, but then again, I know if it was me in that situation, I probably would have did the same thing off the rip.
It was just like you ever just see something from somebody that you didn't expect it from.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
And it
expect
kind of
that.
like took you back. It took you back.
And they
you
was
had
like,
to register
they was
what
like
was happening.
clean hits too. They wasn't like some outlandish wild shit. Like they was clean. Like
Was the phone good though?
yeah, the phone was fun. She threw it in the grass.
Okay, but still,
But
I understand.
you don't know that whenever this happens. When you see this, you don't know that the phone's fine.
She saw this. She said
she saw this motion in slow motion, and she saw it leave his hand. It got about probably this far from the hand, and she like clockwork. He got clocked.
Piercy, if you watching this, you know you won't ever do that shit again.
Never.
You're right.
Ever.
Or intoxicated mind.
Listen. I was telling Steven about this shit the other Saturday night before I went to the city. I was over his crib. I was telling him about it. He was like, yo, he goes, that's crazy. He goes, how you get like because of who it was? You don't expect that from her. Lit his ass up. That was golden. Oh, it was golden. I thought fireworks were going off in the middle of winter.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful. But I just wondered, like, what do you do? Like, what do you and then on the flip side, like say as a woman, like what do you do if like you do get an altercation and he just gets just knocked out? Like, do you look at your boyfriend differently after that? Like, as a protector? Or do you just think maybe he got caught clean? Like, he just, it was just a...
I don't think I'll look at anybody different. You ain't gonna win every fight. I'm not expecting you to win every fight. What I'm gonna look for is see if you even try to defend yourself.
Yeah, but you use logic. You think logically. I don't know that that's happening with all women. I feel like there's some women that are like, oh,
well, you got the wrong one on there. Then you better start a poll.
Because I don't know, and that's another thing. Like, even like if a girl got the better half, like got the upper hand on my girl, and like I don't got a girl, but like quit her.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm just letting my girl get slip. Like I might break her jaw too. Like, and then what happens if I jump in and she pieces me up? We both just there, knocked out. Look at each other like, damn, what happened?
How did we get here?
Don't neither one of us knows. We both lost a little bit of time.
Terrible.
It's really horrible.
Know. Like I said, you have to start a poll because
that would terrify me.
Unless you fucking Superman, I mean.
Or have you been put in a situation that you didn't like I've been in this one. Because I'm pretty nonchalant about stuff. And when I was dating the lady that we was dating in high school, there was a few times. Why are we here? Now I gotta handle it. Like I was just trying to have dinner. Like, why are we? She looked at me weird. Okay, like I get it, but like I was really looking forward to this spaghetti. Like, really?
In this environment.
Why are we doing this? Like, that's why, I'm gonna get my boyfriend to beat your ass. Whoa, hold up. Wait a second. I like him. What do you mean? Why do I gotta fight him? I had that happen with Steven. He'll watch this because he watched all of them. You know what I'm talking about. I brought her to a house party. And Steven's girl and my girl, they ain't really get along. And Steven called me outside and he was like, hey, look, some tension there. I know. Like, I want to let you know, it's my girl, dog. Like, I got it. It's my wife. I got to defend her. I said, I respect that. That's my defender. He's like, if it comes to blows, like, it's nothing personal. What do you want me to do? And I said, respect, dog. Like, same here. Like, it's gonna be cool, but like, if it has to happen, it has to happen. But it's nothing personal with you. It's just, well, I'm gonna let y'all just disrespect my girl. Like, come on. You know how wild of a conversation that is. We all both legitimately don't want to have to do this, but like if it
comes to it,
it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
But we don't really want to do this.
Fucking leave, bro. I don't know.
Which is what we did. I finally was like, hey, maybe we should just leave. Maybe we should just go home.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
All right.
Did you know that they didn't like each other before then?
Yeah, but I had a conversation with her. Was like, it's just like, because what it was is I had been going over there by myself, and she was like, I feel alienated from the situation. Like, I would like to come over there. And I was like, okay, so let me first off check and see if you even got, like, if your face card's even good in this in the spot. And they was like, yeah, she cool, dog. Just, we just don't want there to be no shit. And, that all sounds fine and dandy on paper, but then once you get in the spot, oh, what happened? What the fuck? What the hell's going on? Yeah. We didn't want to fight. We didn't have to. But it was all good until we actually got there, and then the energy changed once they seen each other. And there was like a lot of mean mugging and shit, like fucking bitch. Nothing was said, but you could just tell like it's one of those situations. And so we just had a conversation. Nothing happened. We ended up leaving, but I was just like, all right, won't be doing this a second time. And it didn't ever happen a second time. Because that's crazy.
All right. Oh my god, I hate these damn AirPods, bro.
That's Apple products.
Glad I didn't buy them.
We'll talk about that off camera.
No, they came free with this iPad.
Oh, did they?
It was like a back to school special, yeah. You could either get these for free or you could have got I think it was the pros, but you had to pay like $99 for those. The first generation. I was like, I'm not paying. I have
Apple.
Beats.
I ain't paying Apple for that goddamn thing.
It's like, y'all got me on this iPad, and that's only because my other one flatlined.
At least you got the good one. You got the Pro, so I mean.
So I was like, yeah, you're giving it to me for free?
For the free?
Bring it this way.
I already know how you feel about this next topic because I actually think you and Steven are part of the reason I even put this on here. But joking around with people that don't joke around with you. Or wait. Set the scenario. we've legitly been through. We talked about this off camera the last time. I don't think like the situation that me and you had, me and you cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. But then I got a homeboy that thinks just because we cool that he can then turn and joke with you. And that's not how things go. That's not okay. Because you don't know this person to be joking around with this person like that. And I can tell him about all the jokes that we have together.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know each other. So stop trying to like, and there are people that do that. Not even, that's a personal experience that I've had, but like there are people that do that. Like they think it's okay. Well, my homeboy's cool with him, so we can joke around with him. No.
It literally kills my soul when people do this.
You know what it was? Steven has said the same
Dynamic
thing.
changes. Like that was a conversation between you and I. That was it. If a word was out on a social platform, that was me and you. Now, another thread could have been started off of that with you and that person, but no, it came to me. And I didn't like that. The one, I don't know you.
Steven has said the exact same thing about the exact same person.
I don't like that. I didn't like it one bit. And I'm glad you literally texted me before I had my response in, because then it would have been just completely just went left. And then it would have been, how did we get here?
No, because I decided with you, I'd have been like, look, we didn't talk about this. Because
I know I wouldn't have jumped in if that was you and him. That's just me.
Certain people from certain upbringings know that though. And I don't think everybody else knows that. Like, I know that. You know that. Steven knows that. Not everybody. And then, like, seeing him interact with people, he'd be talking to, like, random people that he don't know. And I'll be like, see, look. Do that with everybody.
But then again, you would feel like it would be something you should question yourself before doing that. Like, you know how we know each other, how we joke around, we get that. But then you just stepping into the conversation as a whole new person to me. I didn't know if you were serious or kidding. Hell, I took it all. I seen red. I took it as serious. So I was like, no. I don't give a fuck what you think. No. I wasn't even talking to you.
It's not funny, but it is. Like, it's not funny because it's serious, but like looking back at it, like, nah, bro, don't do that. But people do that. People will butt in comment like people do that at work and shit like that. I'll be having a conversation with somebody was come in and put an opinion into it, and it's just like.
But did I ask you?
I wasn't talking to you. And you got to watch that with who you do, because some people like beat the fuck out of you. I know some niggas that like that started a fight. They did your DMs and be like, "Who the fuck are you and why are you speaking to me?"
It just rubbed me all kinds of wrong that day. And I feel like, I don't know, it could have been that just in general, or I could have just been having a bad day, but I feel like it was really just that. Like everything else was green, and then I just saw red.
Because that's why as soon as I got the comment, I seen the comment, I instantly exited out of Facebook, went to my text, Unique Hightower. Hey, you don't know.
Real quick.
Real fast.
He doesn't know any better.
I'll take it from here. And we had a conversation. I was like, you can't. And he was like, dog, it wasn't even no malice. It doesn't matter. Certain people from certain backgrounds you don't do that with. You can't do that. It's not okay. And he was like, you know, I don't see the problem. And I was like, I know that's the problem. The problem is that you don't see the problem. Prince, I can't even call you king. That's not king-like activity, sir. Prince, you can't do that. I ain't like it either. I did not like it either. Would you get on one knee and ask your dude to marry you?
Probably not. Where is this coming from? Sorry, you probably just seen it all in my face, but no, I would not do that.
Oh, I knew what the answer was. I wrote the topic out. I was listening to a lady at my job talk about equality for women. And I don't know why my brain, I literally was walking by and I overheard it. And I was like, I just kept going. And then I got through the second set of doors. And I said, I wonder if she'd get on her knees and ask her dude to marry her. You want equality. Why don't you ask your dude to marry you? And I said, I don't think that anyone would do that. I said,
But we see it happen before on TV.
Ooh.
Jim Jones. And you see how that went.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You see how that went.
Ingredients. Did you know that there was citric acid in Reese's to maintain freshness?
I'm just saying.
And salt.
I feel like, yes, we fight for equality, but it also brings back to like with this topic. What if I were to do that and then the dude is offended? Like that's always a possibility. Like a man gets offended by that. In that case with Jim Jones, he was just kind of like, up in smoke, like. So now I look like an ass times 2.
I feel like Jimmy get it confused by a lot though.
I'm just saying.
I feel like I would hope that anytime someone man or woman, I would hope that anytime you decide to ask someone to marry you, that marriage has been a conversation or a topic prior to that event. Don't be like Joe Budden and ask to hear you to marry you and y'all haven't spoken in 3 months. That's crazy.
Yeah. Very much.
I would hope that marriage has been a conversation and y'all both were on like kind of the same page.
I mean, yeah, y'all could be on the same page, but then it still falls back to what if he gets offended?
I don't know that I would be offended.
Fragile. I'm not saying you, but a lot of men's egos are fragile. You can tell a nigga his hairline is fucked up and he.
No, I'm in the bathroom.
Or I don't know.
I'm in the bathroom with the toothbrush.
I don't know if you ever see those videos and it'd be like girls commenting on like people going live like men. And he'd be like, we love a short king. And he's like 6'3", 6'8". And he's like, short? Ain't nobody short. Like, flipping shit. Anything can trigger y'all.
I've been a midget my whole life, so.
No, I'm just saying, it just takes a little bit of this to get a lot of this.
I'm not tripping over like the short. Bitch, you entered the DM. All right, so.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. If I see them, I'm going to send them to you. But, like, these people be flipping out. Like, ain't nobody short.
I'm afraid. Every time you send me something, I get scared. I think it's some people talking about how they wipe wrong. And that isn't.
We started on that shit.
That has been something that has plagued my brain since we first discussed it the very first time.
Mm-hmm. Terrible. That's what it is. And the people out here agreeing with him. So Gibson, it's a cult. When it should just be basic knowledge. But here we are.
It's literally something that's just, it's never left my brain thread. The threads of thought, it's always there. It might be on the back burner, but once it's been brought up, it's never, and that is something now. Over the conversation we had the other day over text, that's gonna have to be one of the first 5 questions I ask a woman.
Mm.
If it turns into a thing like where I'm talking to somebody, real quick, what direction do you wipe? Because that lets me know if I uppercut you or if we can go have dinner tonight.
Yeah, but not for real. They be
no, I was serious too.
Pissing me off. So, ladies, front to back, not back to front. Not know, you know where your fucking hoo-ha hole is, and you just estimate front to fucking back. Okay? Ain't no guessing. Unless you guessing to get a UTI. Huh? A yeast infection? Is that what you want? Y'all are nasty. Over it. I'm done.
I just want any woman that I've ever dealt with to DM me and tell me how they wipe, just because if any of you do it back to front, I'm probably gonna commit suicide. Anyways. That wasn't on the topic list, but
I'm glad we got it off.
I just try and think back. What if and I just didn't know out of ignorance?
Then again, you didn't know. Like, that's nothing you really have to worry about.
I'm laid up doing back rubs with somebody that wipes wrong like that.
No, I mean, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, you can't fault yourself because that's something you didn't have to. It's nothing you have to think about daily, or you weren't taught that.
Well, I think about it daily now.
Sorry, but
it's okay. It's information that we need.
Yeah,
single men, you got to ask that question. And even if not even single men in general, what you do? You go home and your wife been wiping wrong her whole life, and you've been eating the box. He's the one where that little flake was on your tongue. That's the popcorn you guys had last night at the movies. And it shouldn't be on your tongue.
You gotta burn your whole face at this point.
I'll kill her. That terrifies me. That's so scary. You ever dealt with somebody who speaks multiple languages sexually?
No. Have you?
I wish. No.
I wish. We gotta go out of Oklahoma for that. Probably. You said for it to be sexy?
So here's what it was. Watching a documentary on Hitler. And hold on, just bear with me, okay?
I'm trying to see where this goes.
Because my brain is not normal. So he was going crazy in German, and I was like, that would be one of the most unsexy thing in the world to hear in bed. Is a dude like y'all getting into y'all's mood, and then he start hitting you in German.
I'm sorry. It just made me think about that day we was in the car and we was talking about names that are not attractive to yelling bitch.
Like, I don't want to moan out Adolf.
Akbar.
That was a long conversation.
I know.
But like, there are some languages that, like, if spoken, I might nut. I feel like Spanish is one of them. Italian, French. There's a few languages that they just like the way they sound. Like that's
Yeah.
sexy.
It's like soothing, kind of.
I don't think Chinese is getting me off.
But you gotta. If that were to happen, I would hope you would also be fluent in that language because that'd be a wild time if they was calling you a dusty, crusty bitch.
Oh, I'd be getting my shit off if I was listen. Which also leads me to the type of shit that I feel like if you fucking someone real good, you can get some weird shit off during sex. I feel like that's how a lot of these men are getting PS5s. They convincing someone mid-stroke to buy the PS5 and they with it. Yeah, let me borrow your car tomorrow. He ain't got a car, but he don't even have a job. He borrowing the car and he need $40 at your purse. And just
maybe
because
I'm just petty, but yeah, I agree with you in that moment. But as soon as we get back to real life, real time, I'm gonna say that.
Hey, real quick, all that shit I said, no.
No, I ain't gonna say that. They gonna be like, "Can I get that $40?"
The who?
What? You asked me for $40 earlier? Nah, different bitch. Wasn't me. Sorry.
Listen, you got to clean the gutters. You gonna clean that flower bed out tonight? Like what? It's 3 a.m. I need you to clean the flower bed afterwards. The gutters need to be cleaned out. That tree needs to be trimmed. The bushes need to be trimmed. But yeah, certain languages. I don't think that's gonna like Russian. I don't think I'm I'm probably gonna tell you to get off. Honestly, I don't think that's because I'm with the talking during bed, but like
it's not getting you to that point. Gotcha.
you will all of a sudden say, "Where did it go?" And I wouldn't limp. I don't know.
Okay.
What did you say?
Bye bye.
Was that Polish?
I can't.
Or like this is gonna sound certain accents too. I need to hear someone Scottish getting their back.
Why? You think it'd be funny?
I would probably I would laugh at
it. Your brain just be going up.
because sometimes they put a lot of emphasis on certain words, like Scottish. I don't think that I can like now.
You going to hell?
Imagine that. And like listen.
Give me a Scottish name.
A traditional Scottish name?
And then just imagine it yelling it out in the accent.
Hold on, let me Google something. Let's see, traditional Scottish names. Yo, what? No, these are. Hold on, let this page load. Flora, Hector, Fiona, Graham, Logan, Lennox, Maxwell. Hold on, like this page taking forever to load. That's crazy. All right. Esme? Isla? I'm not moaning out Isla, B. Like, that don't even sound right. This is funny because he is Irish. Rory. Mangus.
Mangus.
I want you to think about Mel yelling out Mangus in bed. Callum.
Callum.
Callum. Callum.
I'm thinking of calcium. I'm sorry. Callum.
Remind me after we
Callum.
remind me after we're recording to tell you about that.
Calcanian.
Her breath smelled like milk, and I didn't like it because I don't like the way milk smells. We'll talk about it off mic.
Let me see.
Lachlan.
Why'd you say it?
That's how it's spelled. Lachla. Lachlan.
Lachlan.
Now imagine trying to moan that out. You getting ready to, y'all get your shit off, and you go, "Oh, Lachlan." No.
All right, that's enough. Wrap it up.
I think white people hit their prime as far as being able to dance in the 80s.
Why you say that?
I think the 80s was prime white people as far as being able to dance. So I feel like there was a lot of cocaine.
I was about to say you think because of the drugs that was all in the air.
Because like me and my mom was driving. We was going to the Shameless house. And some song was on. And I was snapping to it. Like I was snapping while we was driving. And I was like, I see them videos of people in the 80s. And like white people, they was on beat. The thing is, they could only do a little bit. Like they could get the shoulders moving, but the hips couldn't go with it. I feel like that was too much, and that would that was like an overload for the brain, and they would probably their head would probably explode. Like they could do the hips, and they probably on the downbeat though. They on the downbeat snapping, but they couldn't do the shoulders and clap. That was too much for them. They hit their peak in the 80s. Like probably like 86 was maximum white people ability to dance on beat.
I give you that, yeah.
Because in the 90s, it wasn't happening. Cocaine wasn't popping no more. Crack hit the streets. And it wasn't happening. They can't do it. The 2000s couldn't do it.
Nope.
86 was the prime. That was the high point, and then it went downhill from there. I see the videos every day on Twitter of them in the club in the 80s, just high off cocaine, because they was all doing coke. And I was like, dang, B, like they was kind of on beat. Every once in a while they'll slip up and miss, but then the coke will speed them back up and they'll get back on there. What a time to have probably been alive. What a time. I think about that all the time. That would have been crazy to see. White people really being able to it was simple beats either. It wasn't nothing, it wasn't
too crazy.
They wasn't doing backflips, and when their feet hit the ground, that wasn't on the beat. Like it wasn't nothing crazy. Like I said, shoulders and a snap. That's all they had.
With the walk.
They couldn't. No walking. No. Hold on. That's too many things going on at one time.
Doing Soul Train. They had to walk down. Some of them was a little bit on beat now, with the shoulders and the snap.
I'm talking about for the majority. System overload. If you trying to walk and snap, System overload. They stationary. They in place.
Mm-hmm.
And the cameraman just moving the camera to make it look like some crazy shit's going on. No. They standing in place. No, don't get it twisted. Nothing's going on. They can't even do the fucking running man properly. You think they gonna run? They gonna walk and shoulders and snap? No. They can't do the disco joint on beat. They be bringing the hips in at the wrong time. So I don't think the white people can.
There's a few. We'll give the few that can props. I've seen a few.
That's the 1%. That's the nation. That's name of the NOI.
Their own people.
And those people grew up around black people. So they ain't had no other choice. Niggas is clapping at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be real with you, B. That's all I had.
Okay.
That's all I got. We got some shit to discuss. So thank you for viewing another episode of the We'll Figure This Shit Out Later podcast. Again, we back to rock like crack when it came in case you forgot. This has been us. I was here, Unique was here, and we out. I got to figure out how to merge these damn files together and put them on YouTube. So peace out.